Sheikh Mohammed himself is a visionary. The man himself is an actual visionary.
Spoke about Majdi and Fahad as well earlier on.
They're my boys, yeah. I love them.
They just need to have Kafu Electric because,
Tesla boy.
Bro, Tesla boy. How important is it for someone to take a bet on you?
AI does pretty well in.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of The Real Ones. Today, we're joined by the one and only Zoheb Shiraz, and also known as Realtor on a Harley. Also, should be Realtor on a G-Wagon, but I don't know. I don't know about that. But Zoheb, thank you so much for taking the time. You're the CEO of Opal and Bear Properties.
That's right.
And you've been killing the real estate game, real estate social media game as well. And when I thought, who should I invite on the podcast that has done so much of this and has understood this landscape really well over the last few years as well. I thought you, right? I believe you're one of the top 5 most followed social media people in real estate right now. Tell me about, your journey and your story and how you got here.
Journey's been interesting.
Yeah.
I've worked for some of the biggest names in the market.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these agencies have always been on the top 5 always, and I've always been like, I need to be there. But 2021, I think you've interviewed Fahad already. K9 approached me, and there's this 19-year-old girl and Majdi, I think, or Fahad was there, and they're like, you need to be on TikTok. I'm like, are you kidding me? But they actually found me from the Instagram stories that I put up. I used to put up every single day.
Yeah.
And I'm talking 2018, 2019, 2020 when stories was just introduced.
Yeah.
And I just kept putting up stories every single day on Instagram, 15, 20. And all I do is I dive into the details and nitty-gritties of the kind of properties one should pursue, one should look at, why this one, why not that one, and so on. And when they approached me, they're like, bro, you need to be on TikTok. We've seen you made some YouTube videos back in the day, a couple of months ago. And this is the platform, man. For me, who was so pro social media at that time as well, I was still a little resistant. And I was like, bro, that's a platform for kids to dance on, right? I'm not getting on that. And you're not getting me to dance. No chance. Not in my industry.
Do you dance?
Shit. Only when I've had a few. But I thought I'd give it a shot.
Yeah.
I was a believer on social. Even back in the day, my wife used to tell me, the f*** are you trying to do is sell houses on social media? People come to Instagram to look at food pictures and get jealous of other couples on holidays.
Yeah.
But I put out a good chunk of money on the side, and I was like, you know what? Let's give this a shot, and never look back. So that has been my journey in a nutshell.
So what was the start year of real estate for you?
I did real estate from a long time ago, probably 2005, 2006.
Okay.
And I spoke about that more in detail on a 10X conference I was invited to in the US, which I was in, I think, a month and a half ago.
Okay.
And that's where I actually spoke about my journey of how I started. It actually happened at a friend's house. All these Indian uncles, I want to specify Sindhi uncles, super balling, right?
Yeah.
And me and the boys are just having a couple of drinks, uncle having their drinks.
Right.
And I heard one of the uncles say, one of my best friend's uncles saying, I'm trying to buy this land parcel, I'm not getting any chance, and these guys are being difficult with me. And I'm talking 2005.
Yeah.
I decided to leave my friends for a bit, and I went to uncle. I'm like, uncle, what's the trouble? He's like, nah, I want to buy this land, but this developer is being difficult. He's not giving me that particular land parcel that I want. I said, you know what? Give me some money. I'm going to go get it for you. I'm 22, 23, right?
Yeah.
And this guy starts snickering. He's like, what? Anyways, he writes me a check of 100,000. I go in, try to find exactly what he wants. Of course, I'm not getting any face because I'm this young kid running around. And I was big, right? I was huge. I was bigger than I am right now. Anyways, I went around bribing a bunch of people, trying to push my way through, finally made it to the top. And the guy on the top recognized me because he's like, I see you here for the past 2 months every single day. I see you here every morning. As soon as I come in, I see you. And every evening when I'm leaving, I still see you here or somewhere around here and there. And you know what? I like you. So what do you want? And we sit on the table. I said, this is what exactly I want for my uncle. Here's a check of 100K. I need that unit. And boom. He's like, you know what? Just because I've seen your grind, I've seen you here every single day.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you this because this is something so prime that nobody's getting.
Right.
Once I got that, went back, gave him the unit. He was shocked. And a month later came my commission check.
Yeah.
And that was 150,000 dirhams. At that time, I think commission was 1% maybe. And when I saw that, I'm like, I need to stop hanging out with my friends.
Because they probably aren't doing the same thing, right?
Touch wood, some of them are doing pretty well for themselves.
Yeah.
And we do keep in touch every now and then. But yeah, after that day was it.
So
Never look back.
how important is it for someone to take a bet on you? Because you sound, from what you're telling me, there's two people that took a bet on you in this one story alone, right? How important is it for someone to take that bet? And there's a lot of young agents in the market now that are looking for those mentors and looking for those people to guide them or show their hustle or whatever it is. Someone took a bet on you, and that's why you're doing what you're doing today. Talk to me about what it takes to find mentors like that.
I think I know the whole mentorship is a big game.
Yeah.
And it does really help. And I have my own mentors, but I keep them in my mind. Like I follow their grind. I see what they do. Some of them are my own clients who I work with today, and they're pretty big on social as well. Simultaneously, I think more than mentorship, what I've tried to do is, you know how they say, get on bigger tables?
Yeah.
Get on tables where people are not constantly gossiping, rather than discussing deals, discussing business, discussing life and how to grow. I think that's what I have tried to do all the time. That has brought me to where I am today. So more than mentorship, buying a course, following someone, yeah, do that. You don't necessarily need to buy a course. Just follow their grind. And if that person is so persistent and constantly in your face, you know that guy's doing something different.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot to be in someone's face every single day. And I think you want to take a bet, you just find the right person to work with, even in terms of mentorship, even in terms of the business. So
Yeah. So you talk about talking about this on the dinner table as opposed to gossiping about the neighbors or whatever.
yeah,
Talk to me about work-life balance. Do you believe in such a thing, or
I wish I could live with that. But so my wife works with me. She runs the shop while I do the business development. She is my COO. We most of the times drive to work together.
Yeah.
We share a desk in the office because our office is really tiny. But now we're expanding and renovating the entire space. But we drive back together. We go home together. We stay in the same room together. And we wake up the next day and we do the same thing. So there's no really work-life balance. But I think I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't mind having that no life, no work, just distancing or changing or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
we
good.
spend a lot of our time at work in our lives.
Correct.
Right?
I
So you
think
should-
most of our day goes there. yeah.
Exactly. And like, it must not be easy having your wife as COO, right? What is that like? Do you get like if you don't close a deal, do you have to wash the dishes? Like, what's the deal?
No, touch wood. I think so far, in terms of deals, it's been okay.
Yeah.
But
So no dishes.
no dishes. I'm not a guy who's for the kitchen. I cannot cook. I could do dishes, but that's all I can do. But I think it's pretty good. We both understand each other. We are very like, okay, you know what? She needs to have her moment. I need to sit quiet for a bit because I can't be the speaker. I can't be the voice always. And vice versa. She does the same thing. She's like, okay, you know what? He's having his moments of glory. Let him have his space. I'm going to sit quiet. Probably make him hear about it later, but not at the moment,
Yeah.
So I think we work pretty okay hand in hand.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, usually the first question, because we got into everything that we got into, I didn't. But usually the first question that I ask every guest is, what did 7-year-old you want to do?
Wow, okay. 7-year-old me. I just wanted to chill, enjoy my life, throw my money, ride a Harley Davidson because I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator
Okay.
with his little shotgun on the side, and that was it. That was me.
Well, we've come a long way since then.
Yeah.
Right now,
Yeah, it's
so
been a
if
bit.
anyone follows Zoheb on Instagram, you know that daily there's this shot of the steering wheel and the watch. I was gonna do it, but I have this vegan car and I have a Whoop on my wrist instead, so it's like not as cool. So-
I don't think it's about what's on your wrist.
Yeah.
I the reason behind what I put out, and if that's the question you're gonna ask, the reason why I do this is because if I have 1,000 haters, I know I have about 300 to 400 people that I inspire every day. Those are the people that I'm trying to target, simultaneously showcasing it to the haters so that they promote it even more. And from the 300 to 400, I can bring my people that I inspire up to 700, 800. I have done my fair share of whatever I've done in the past to get to where I am today. And I think it's achievable by anyone. Many a times, people will try to hold you in their circle and not let you grow because they see something in you that's a little scary. They feel that, oh, if I let him grow that much more, he's going to become competition. But I only put this out every single day is just to inspire those people that, you know what? I don't care if someone's becoming my competition because your audience is different, my audience is different. You sell a different kind of product, I sell a different kind of product, no matter even if the same industry.
Yeah.
It's mainly focused towards inspiration, but tickling the haters in the right manner.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have. You're not gonna make everyone happy, right?
For sure. You can never make everyone happy.
Exactly. So, social media is a big part of your business. It's something that you've blown up on massively. You spoke about Majdi and Fahad as well earlier on.
They're my boys, yeah. I love them.
I mean, dude, I have to say, as someone who grew up here, I fully love their hustle.
Oh, you're a Dubai kid.
I'm a Dubai kid. I'm a Dubai kid.
Nice.
I grew up here and then lived in London, New York, etc. Whatever. Like that's this. But seeing them go from zero to what they're doing right now. There was this video of Majdi posting about the number plate thing. I don't know if you saw that. And I was just like, to the outside world, there might be hate, there might be all sorts of stuff. But I was just like, dude, I'm so proud of you. I don't even know you, but I'm so proud of you, right? Because I can see what that means to them.
I signed up with Fahad and Majdi when the kids didn't have a license. They were just two boys, one or two salespeople doing their. Fahad and I got along so well. Like, I have brought him into my bedroom. We used to chill on the couch and chit chat, right? And I remember this kid, since they didn't have a license, every time they got a new office location, Fahad would call me. He's like, bro, come, I'm getting this warehouse. I'm like, don't do it. It's stupidity. But I've realized that, you know what? The best lessons are learned by going through it yourself. And I've done that myself.
Yeah.
I've burnt my hands everywhere. And I saw that in Fahad as well. And I'm like, you know what? He's not going to be different because he's like me. We have a similar mindset. Let him do his thing. But every time we get a new office, bye, come check out my new office. I'd go to him like, wait, what did you do? Why'd you get this massive warehouse? No, we shoot content here. We do this, we do that. But touch wood, yes, the boys have grown like crazy.
Yeah, no. And tell me your 3 tips for someone who's, kind of getting into content creation, and real estate content is so hard to stand out on right now. Fahad himself was telling me he actually tells all of his clients not to make real estate content, even though they are real estate agents. He's like, make 4 videos about the thing that you like, and then make 1 video about, real estate or the kind of real estate. So if you're into cricket, make videos about cricket, and then the 5th video is how you sell to those cricket fans, kind of a thing. So how do you approach social media, and what advice would you give those folks that are getting into it now?
It is tough, like you said, and I don't disagree on that. The problem is that we have showcased social media so epically that it's so easy. I make a video, I open a door, I sell a house. That's what it looks like to the social media world. That's how easy it is. But it's not. A lot of people step in, a lot of new agents get into the market, but they don't get in with enough motivation. Maybe the surroundings are not right. Maybe where they're working is not correct. And they come in with a grind which is very temporary, very, very time focused. Like it's for a short span of time. They come in for about 3 months, they put content out, and they're like, bro, nothing's happening. It doesn't work like this. Even back in the day when no one was on social media, I think there was 1 or 2 other guys and myself. Took me 6 months for my first transaction to come out of social after posting for 30 days every single month. I used to post 30 pieces of content every month for 6 months to bring my first transaction. Yes, the amount of product he bought covered everything, but it takes a lot of consistency. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of daily in and out, doing your thing every single day. And the most important thing I feel is that make it personalized. The reason why you see a wrist shot is because that's me. The reason why you see my G-Wagon is because it's me. The reason why you see my Harley Davidson is because that's me. So I relate with people who own G-Wagons. I relate with the watch clubs. I relate with the Harley Davidson clubs. All these people who see me every now and then may not be following me. They see, oh, this guy's into Harley Davidsons. I have one lying in my backyard. Oh, this guy's into watches. I have a whole bunch of them in my box. This is called personalized marketing. It's like you connect with that person. Like how Fahad said.
Yeah.
Talk about cricket and you sell to the cricketers.
Yeah.
Same way what I'm trying to do. Only I'm trying to magnify it. I want to be in this club. I want to be in that club. So what people don't do is that they only showcase product.
No.
Nobody likes being sold to.
Right.
So when you're trying to make a sale, especially for an asset class that is so expensive, or probably the only one an individual would ever make in their life, it's personalization. People work with us because they relate to us.
So interesting, because even in this concept of trying to find that intersection of the things that you kind of intersect on, like let's say you have watches, like you said, running clubs, let's say you're part of a surfing team or whatever it is, finding that one area where you do connect and then just doubling down on that is actually far more valuable. And everyone thinks they need to make content for everyone instead of making content for the people that actually care about the things that they care about, because they think that if I have 5 million followers, I'm making way more money than if I have 5,000 followers.
Totally wrong, bro.
Yeah.
One of the agents on my team, she joined. She's my first team member. She's also one of my top performers. She was with me when I didn't have an office, and I just advised her a few tricks that I usually use to get my business. So I was like, okay, you know what? She had 3,000 followers. That's it. And I'm like, listen, do this, like this, like this. She did it consistently. 1 week later, just from doing exactly what I showed her to do on Instagram, she brought a sale worth 2 million dirhams.
What are the tips?
Can't say that out. That's only for my team.
That's
bro.
for all Bull and Bear properties. Yo, I got 3,000 followers too, bro. Like, you got to give me some advice on how we
Join my team, man. Take care of it.
If you become a technology company, we'll chat. No, so let's speaking of tech though, let's chat technology, right? You've seen everyone talk about AI, like AI is the next thing. Actually, it was actually in your video too, the one that you said the top 5 trends or something like that for 2024 or something like this.
Okay.
Talk to me about. See, for me as a technology kind of person, I look at AI as automation. I look at it as bringing efficiencies, making brokers more productive. These are the things that I think about when I think of AI. What is AI and technology to you in the near future, and what is it in the distant future in the context of real estate?
I think AI plays a major role, and I think AI also does pretty well in terms of assisting people. I remember I still go to a lot of networking events, right? I'm always out and about. I remember I went to one event that was happening at Neo's in the address in downtown. And there was this one gentleman, I don't know where he was from, but he stood next to me. He's like, "Oh, you're that guy on Instagram. You're going to lose your job very soon. You know what? I'm bringing this company in and it's fully AI and people are not going to need brokers like yourselves to buy houses from." But he was a bit arrogant. And I was like, okay, fine. You know what? It's your glory moment. Live it. I don't care. But since that time and since before that until date, I don't feel that AI will ever take away the job of a broker because people buy from people, period. But yes, AI does assist us a lot. It does help in terms of making life easier, like how we were discussing prior to coming in. You said, you want to have everything on WhatsApp where life is smooth.
Yeah.
I don't have to sit and coordinate with a third vendor to go and fix something at my client's apartment or here, there. So that's amazing. I mean, I do look forward to it.
Yeah.
I am very old school.
Yeah.
I am 40. But
No way. I didn't
sorry?
know that.
Really?
I didn't know that. But when you said the 2005 thing, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Maybe that's where it kind of gave away. But yeah.
Yeah, but I feel that yes, it will come in handy. It will help us make life more easier because with the amount of going on today in someone's life, like I run a company, I have 7 agents. Each agent has a group with me with all my clients.
Yeah.
So each agent probably has like 150 groups with me. And that's into 7. So that's my phone right now. That's the deal. So yeah, as long as it's there, assisting us, making life easier. And I'm seeing it happen every single day. Something new or the other comes up. Like the other platforms that we were discussing earlier. All of this is making life easier. So you know what? We are totally pro it. I mean, yeah, if it does make life easier, why not? I don't have to sit and coordinate with a third person who I sent out to a message 1 hour ago and he hasn't responded back yet. And I have to go back and follow up with him and so on.
So what do you think are the biggest sort of gaps that you think technology companies could come in and help brokers with? Because I'm with you on the people are constantly trying to disintermediate brokers, and I don't think it's going to work, right? For me, I agree with you. Like the buying of property is one of the biggest decisions you'll make in your entire life. Sure, there are really rich people that have like tons of property and good for them, awesome. But for the average person, we bought our first home here
Oh, congratulations.
after 30 years of my family like being here.
Wow,
Right?
okay.
So that's the normal person here, right? Not your ultra billionaires that are moving to Dubai, blah blah blah, whatever.
Love
so
them.
that only happens through a personal relationship with an
100%.
individual. That will never get taken away by technology. But I'm all about broker productivity, right? I'm all about why are you spending all of your time behind a computer when you should be out, like you said, networking, meeting people, because it's the only way you increase. Every broker has the same amount of leads, right? From basically the same databases. Everyone pulls the same thing. Everyone calls the same person 15 times. And then 1 out of 15 works out maybe if you're like, good. It gets very repetitive, right? So what are the gaps in tech in these brokerages that you feel like can, be something that technology helps you with?
For me, at least, the biggest struggle, or after once I've done my sale, is the after sales. Dealing with developers, making sure documents are signed on time, making sure payment reminders come into my clients, and so on and so forth. Majorly, like we discussed earlier as well, something broke down in my client's apartment. This AI thing does its job, keeping me in the loop, so I'm aware.
Yeah.
Not because I want to know everything, but no, tomorrow my client asks me 4 days later, hey, did you fix that plumbing issue? I'd be like, yeah, already done, like before you know it.
Yeah.
So things like that. I mean, if it helps coordinate things, get all this sorted out amongst by itself without having for us to intervene
Yeah.
in terms of coordination, in terms of follow up, in terms of speaking with the vendor, speaking with the client when the apartment's empty, when it's not empty, what time needs to get fixed. I think if all that is taken care of, it would make life a lot easier.
That's awesome. So you've given a few updates on real estate trends. What is that, by the way? It's like avocado.
It's avocado, banana, honey. But the guy, when he's chopping the banana, half the banana fell out. So
Oh God.
whatever.
Most people outside of Dubai have no idea what the hell an avocado shake is. Even people in California have no idea what an avocado shake is.
What? I thought California was big on avocado.
They're big on avocado, but they don't know what an avocado shake is. That's a very Dubai cafeteria, creation in my opinion.
I did not know that.
I mean, I feel so at least. But anyways,
I need to keep up with the trends.
yeah, I was just getting to that. Trends in real estate, right? It's one of your favorite topics. I know you have a lot of predictions, right? Give me your top 3 predictions for Dubai real estate in 2024.
1, 2, 3.
What? Oh, what? Like up and to the right, basically.
No, looking at the way things have been going over the past 4 years, that's the only time I want to give it. I was in the market when the 2008 global economic financial crisis came in. City was empty. I saw the 2014 hype. I saw the 2017 drop. And I saw the 2020 drop. All those times were scary as but what we didn't realize as laymen's or whoever you want to call it, what we didn't realize was behind the scenes, Dubai was constantly grinding. Dubai is a business at the end of the day. Yes, we love our Sheikh Mohammed, and I always say he's our leader no matter what happens. But these guys were grinding. They were constantly doing their thing no matter what used to happen. Everyone was talking slack over the course of the past 20 years since they announced freehold properties in Dubai. The real sharks kept buying, and they still buy. But everyone kept talking and talking and talking, like gossiping, like talking about Dubai and saying Dubai is whatever. Every time something comes up, oh my God, Dubai is going to sink. Palm Jumeirah is still sinking. I don't know why it's not gone underwater, and so on, since back in the day.
Yeah.
But Dubai kept doing this. And 2020 was their opportunity to put on a show. And they put on that show. And they put on a phenomenal show. And they showed the world that, listen, bro, what we say, we deliver, and we do. We don't just talk and leave it. Once they did that, the whole world got to see it. Whereas when everyone was sitting at home watching TV, Dubai showed that movie clip that the entire world had to see. Post that, it's been a different ball game. So they set up everything: healthcare, education, lifestyle, infrastructure, business, whatever. They made life simple for everyone. 2020 onwards, they put on the show and it was epic.
Yeah.
After that, everyone's like, bro, I want to be in Dubai. So the reason why I did this is because Just last year, first quarter, 30,000 business licenses were set up. Let's say 50% are just holding companies. I have a lot of money. I want to buy some properties, put it on my company. No employees, no problem. 15,000 companies, each company, minimum employees, 5 to 10.
Yeah.
Do the maths. That's first quarter last year. I am waiting for this year's first quarter results. You're going to see probably a double number because in 2022, there were only about 20,000 companies registered. 2023, first quarter, 30,000 companies registered. Imagine how many are coming this year.
So the whole of 2022 was 20,000.
First quarter.
Okay, first quarter 2022 was 20,000. First quarter 2023 was 30,000.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's the number of people setting up shop in Dubai or setting up licenses. That's why I discounted 50%.
Yeah.
Like, let's not do 10, 20, 30%. Let's just do straight up 50%.
Yeah.
15,000 licenses into 10 people minimum. That's a good number.
Yeah.
That's the number of people coming into the city, living here, looking for jobs, making lifestyles, spending money, enjoying their life, buying houses, renting houses, whatever.
Yeah.
This is going to continue for the rest of your life. I don't see any form of downward trend. Whatever the hell has happened across the globe has only affected Dubai in a positive manner.
Yeah.
Because of the show we put up in 2020.
Yeah.
And that did well for us.
I've not really heard many people talk about Expo 2020 being the catalyst for growth in real estate. But
I don't think
interesting.
I don't think Expo was the catalyst. Expo was just another place for us to show that, bro, whatever it takes, we'll deliver.
Got it.
No matter what. And that's what Expo did.
Yeah.
They had the entire world sitting in Dubai.
Even though we just came out of a pandemic,
Even though we came out of the pandemic, people were still comfortable coming to a city which they've never been to.
It's massive.
And I think that's what Dubai did.
Yeah.
And that's what changed the game.
So that's awesome. And I'm really looking forward to see like where it heads in the future. We've got so many like islands launching now. We've got all sorts of crazy things. Every 8 hours, there's a new project launched or something. I think that was the start.
Yeah.
And some people say, that Dubai has the the capacity to double what it's already doing. And that's because we've seen development in like really core areas so far. And now we're seeing this movement towards Dubai South, etc. Towards Jabal Ali and beyond kind of a thing.
I wanna break in right here. Sheikh Mohammed himself is a visionary. He may have his consultants on the side that advise him, guide him, whatever. But the man himself is an actual visionary. What he has always done is start by building further out and then bringing in the city to it. Whereas other cities will build, let's say, for instance, I'm from Bombay, right? So Bombay will build, let's say, old Mumbai and then next door, and that's how we grow.
Gotcha.
Whereas Dubai does things differently. Sheikh Mohammed does things differently.
Oh, you're like, listen, bro.
I mean, I have a lot of love for the guy, not because I'm making money here, but I've literally seen the place, man. I was 8 when I came here.
Yeah.
I saw Sheikh Zayed Road being lifted from the ground on Business Bay Canal.
Yeah.
You've grown up here. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sheikh Zayed Road was flat.
Yeah.
Right? Sheikh Zayed Road, for us, it has been a standard road of, at one point in time, 2 lanes on each side, going up today, 7 lanes on each side.
The one Trade Center building with the roundabout.
Bro, that guy lifted Sheikh Zayed Road off the ground in a span of 1.5 years. Come to India, build a flyover, takes 10 years, bro. And they still mess up.
Yeah.
So that's what I've seen with this guy. And I feel that I don't think there's any going back or anywhere.
Yeah. So you've obviously, I believe the latest report was that you have a lot of British, Indian, Russian investors in the Dubai market. You've probably met a lot of wealthy people. What makes them tick and what makes them buy?
When I work so hard, I want peace of mind. I want ease. I want comfort, and I don't want stress. That is why I work so hard.
Yeah.
I want to have, when I go home, my food is on the table. When my wife wants to go out party, I can go to sleep. My kids go to school. There's no problems. No one's smashing their windows. My kid goes to school in my Bugatti. I don't care. Let him go home. Let him go to school peacefully. You want to show off? No problem. Do everything in limitations. There's a ceiling for everything. Yeah. And that's what Dubai says, right? And this is why all these points tick for these guys. They say, bro, we work so hard. We set up such huge industries. We are multi-billionaires across the globe. We want to do crypto. We want to do whatever. Let us live peacefully. Where in the world do you get that? India, you know what's going on there. We have potholes on the roads. Our governments are pretty messed up. Political issues, religion issues. Everyone's making money. The poor man is getting suffering. The poor man is suffering. Period. You go to Europe, the economy's in the dumps. You go to the U.S., gun violence, drugs. I don't know what all they're teaching to kids in school is the new thing that I've been hearing since the past 1.5 year, and so on. Where else can you go? You can go to South Africa. You can go to Singapore. Taxes are ridiculous. You go to Canada, same situation. Teaching kids random things in schools, shootings, whatever, drugs, violence, and on top of that, again, taxes. More than anything, I think with relation to all of these safety, security, healthcare, education, infrastructure, more than anything is the tax part.
Yeah.
If I make $100 a day, why should I give back 45?
Right.
For my city to look good? It doesn't look that great. I mean, I've been to America. I was like, okay.
It's all right.
So you give back 30 to 40%, right? Similarly, okay, for my roads to be better, great. Go to India, my roads have potholes everywhere. The lanes are getting smaller, the people are growing more and more, the houses are increasing, and there is issues. I can't walk safely on the streets in India. I know that. When I go to the US, not on my wrist. I'm wearing a Casio.
Yeah.
Right? So all these things is what makes people tick and say, you know what? Here. I have an emergency. Ambulance shows up in 7-8 minutes, bro. My grandma was like, I think 95 when we took her to the hospital. 5 minutes, the ambulance was at my door. Right? You want something delivered? Boom. 15 minutes. Oh, what's this? Mr. Abbar's company, Noon. 15 minutes, Fahad told me. He's like, bro, they deliver cables to your house.
Yeah. They
Right?
deliver
You're in the
everything,
water, you want car 4, they come and deliver to you on a boat. You want fuel? Bro, no problem. I don't have the time for that. Yalla, call the Kafu app. I mean, it doesn't exist anywhere.
Yeah.
All of these make these people tick and buy houses here.
They just need to have Kafu electric because, that's one thing that we're missing. We
Kafu electric?
Yeah, man.
What's that going to... You want to charge
I need
electric
to charge
scooters?
remotely. I mean, if you can fuel...
Tesla boy.
Bro, Tesla boy. Yeah. It's just what... Could you tell?
I follow you,
Okay.
so I see your stories.
Okay.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
I have always been a biggest fan of small engine, smooth, good-looking car, less fuel consumption. Bro, I used to get 600 kilometers on my E200, right? That's what I used to have.
Yeah.
And I never heard the engine sound because it's just V4 cylinder or whatever.
Right.
But the second I moved to the G-Wagon, I was like, whoa, this is what I was missing. And that's what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you not miss like...
Oh, I miss the sound a lot. Now I get it only when I reverse. It sounds like a UFO reversing, what
Yeah,
I mean?
because I've heard of Tesla, right? My wife has been the biggest fan of the Model X.
Yeah.
So we walked into the showroom and I'm like, okay, you know what? Yeah, the Model X does look sweet. I like the way it looks. It's got this little sneaker type of look, I want to say,
Yeah.
like which is like sporty
That's
and
actually
aggressive.
very accurate. Yeah, it does look like a bit of...
Right?
Yeah.
And we walked in, we spoke to the sales guy. I was okay. I'm like, you know what? You want to buy it? Just buy it. Finish it up. Let's get it done with. We did a test drive. She was in two minds because it's new.
Yeah.
The whole screen, reverse drive, all that is very new for us, right? And while I was talking to the salesman, I'm like, okay, so what's the difference between the Model Y and the X? And he's like, luxurious seats at the back, you get a TV screen, the boot is a little bit bigger, and you get these doors. I'm like, that's the only reason my wife wants to buy the Model X is because of doors.
It goes like that.
Yeah, so what is it that I have to pay 200K more for besides the door? That would make sense. I like to believe I'm a fairly smart business individual.
Yeah.
I do make sometimes emotional decisions, but when it comes to things like these, I have to pay 200K more out of pocket. I want to know what is going on. And the guy's like, yeah, but it's the Model X. I'm like, okay, Model X, great, but why 200K more? And he wasn't able to justify it.
Yeah.
And then we walked out and my wife realized and I made her understand, like, listen, man, you want to buy it? Let's buy it. We'll get one in the second-hand market for like 150K cheaper. But 200K on top doesn't make sense. But yeah, now she drives an AMG and she's like, I'm so glad I didn't buy the Tesla.
No, honestly, especially in the real estate world, I don't think it's a good idea to get an electric car at all. Just because you're hopping meeting to meeting and then you have to charge all of a sudden.
But you can charge at night, right?
Yeah, you can charge at night, but the thing is the installation of the charging thing itself is 15,000 dirhams extra.
Just to install
Yeah.
or the device cost?
The device that they bring in,
Okay.
right? And then if you want to charge it with your own kind of plug-in, you have to have the right setup at home. Like your parking needs to be structured in that way so you can plug it in. Or your building has a parking that has a charger,
Which
right?
most of the buildings don't because they're
Exactly.
5-10
Which
years
might be
old.
interesting for a lot of like new buildings to potentially attract, younger buyers or something like that to have these chargers as an option. I think that'd be sick.
I don't think that would be a decision-making factor,
Yeah.
but it always helps.
But have you seen how many Teslas there are in California? Like every car is a Tesla, basically. So all the tech people, which is what Dubai is pushing for, to come to Dubai, set up your crypto businesses, set up your AI businesses. There's an AI business license now that's been set out. So you have all of these things, and all of them like Teslas, just because it's like driving an iPhone, right? That's what it is. My personal opinion, phenomenal car, like insane value for money, Model Y especially.
Yeah, Model X is not value for money.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
As
But
nice as it looks with the fancy little butterfly doors, it's not worth 200K.
100%, 100%. So for me, I think the main thing is the charging infrastructure needs to be much better. Like Elon needs to get some superchargers in Dubai ASAP. Like what the hell, bro?
Elon, where are you?
Yeah, where's
Stop
Elon?
hanging out in China. Come to Dubai, bro.
Yeah, Elon needs to get the Habibi come to Dubai reels. But final two questions for you.
Yes,
right?
sir.
What is your favorite quote about entrepreneurship?
No quotes. Just grind.
Oh,
That's it.
God, this chair is about to flip over.
No, I mean, I could put out a whole bunch of quotes. You see one on my story every single day, but it's just a daily hustle. You're an entrepreneur yourself. You know how it is.
Yeah.
You have to get up, dress up, show up. That's my quote. Sorry, that's what I use with my team.
Yeah.
Get up, dress up, show up. Period.
It's awesome. Yeah. And my final question is, what advice would you give your 21-year-old self?
Why didn't you start earlier, bro? I did what I had to do when I was 21, so it's okay. It doesn't matter. You lived your life. You're where you want to be today, at least partially. So I think I'm good.
What do you mean partially? Where would you like to be?
I'm a big follower of Grant Cardone,
Gotcha.
right? That's why when I got the invite for the 10X conference, which is a Grant Cardone conference, it was a feeder conference. And when I heard that, I'm like, I'm actually going to be on stage where this guy used to stand and talk. So yeah, just keep doing your thing.
Yeah. So don't interrupt the time continuum, whatever.
The grind needs to be more regular. You
Right.
need to be out and about no matter what.
Yeah.
People come in half-assed, 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the line, and they go get a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Real estate is not easy. You know it. You've seen people in the industry, right?
Awesome. Well, Zoheb, this has been a pleasure, man.
Thank you very much. bro. I
have
appreciate
to
you.
say, like, I love the honesty. I
Thank
love
you.
the authenticity.
Thank you.
And I Googled so many YouTube videos trying to figure out your story, right? And everything about your SEO game is awesome because everything's about real estate trends and everything's about this and that. But I wanted to know who you were behind the G-Wagon, behind the wrist snap, etc. And I think I have a much better understanding of who that is today. So, Old Bull and Bear Properties, guys, check them out. And thank you so much for taking the time.
I appreciate you.
Come back for another episode of The Real Ones next week. I've been your host, Joel Alexander, CEO of Kendal AI. See you in the next one.